The Frozen North, Episode 36, our top 5 non-RPGs.
Hello and welcome to episode 36 of the Frozen North Gaming Podcast. We are a podcast talking about story-focused games, and we're excited to be here today. My name is JJ.
My name.
time.
Howdy, y'all! My name is Mark, and I'm sitting here with my two co-hosts,
Snuck up on us.
JJ.
Mark, what is he? Mark's gone on a tangent, everybody.
Oh, sorry, you introduced me, so I should go.
And my other co-host to my left.
What's up, my peeps?
Oh boy.
I'm
my
edgy.
gosh. You want to take the reins on this one, Mark? Oh
No.
wait, you can't because I get to screw with you guys today.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It's going to be a good one.
I feel like hold on. I need like an over/under. Let's start like a. I know everybody who's gambling out there. Let's start an over/under on.
You know everyone who's
hold on.
gambling out there?
Let's start an over/under on what episode Mark will finally be able to handle. I guess ad-lib.
What do you mean?
Well, when you get surprised,
I'm ad-libbing right now.
well,
That's
no,
true.
I'm talking about when I'm talking about on the spot ad-lib, where it's like, "Hey, Mark, answer this now. Go." Exactly.
7.
Oh,
I love
boy.
it. I love
All
it.
right. Well, why don't we hop right in? What you guys been playing, Mark?
I'll tell you what I've been playing. Divinity: Original Sin. Even more.
Than usual.
Brian will love this game. He really needs to play it. It's so good, man. Okay, so it's like a turn-based RPG. but
Isometric.
But it feels action-packed because the battles are so visceral. Like at any moment they could turn,
Nice.
and you could get just wiped out.
I read about the game when you were showing me. I read like an entire review. I read the entire description on the website, and it is. I know I'm on a no game buying, I guess, fasting till the end of the year, but that is going to be a exception.
Let me give you a little taste of why this game's so good. There's this mystery that you're trying to solve. I'm not going to say what it is. No spoilers. But you can solve it by like snooping through people's stuff, or talking to people and interrogating them. Or there's a third option where you can take a clothing item. And if you have a special perk, you can talk to animals, and you can go talk to the dog that's in that house and have them smell it, and they'll go find where that person is for you.
Wow.
Interesting.
So it's a really robust. It's a really robust Western RPG, is what you're trying
That's
to tell
right.
me. Very cool.
Awesome. That all you've been playing?
I also played The Wolf Among Us. No, sorry. The other Telltale game, The Walking Dead, Episode 3, which was excellent. The second season's got a completely different tone than the first season, but it's shaping up to be just as good.
Is it a lot of happier? Things are starting to look up.
I wouldn't say.
I guess not. Oh man, cool. I've been playing just some more Tales of Vesperia, and because we're doing our episode next week on Final Fantasy VI, I'm doing another playthrough on that just to kind of familiarize myself with it as if I needed it. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Other than that, a little bit of The World Ends With You and Hearthstone.
Nice.
That's about it.
Hearthstone, one of your top 5 non-RPGs.
It is not. It is not on there. Brian.
Mainly Final Fantasy VI. I may not have it beat by next week's episode, but I'll be super close. I have a feeling. I've also been playing. Go ahead.
Do we believe him?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No. Anyway, let's see. A little bit of smattering of WoW. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to play my Warlock or my Death Knight in the expansion. But other than that, it's been mainly.
It's a waste of time.
Other than that, it's been mainly Final Fantasy VI. I'm really enjoying it. It's already up there with Chrono Trigger as one of the best 2D JRPGs I've played.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I like that.
Solid. All right, cool. So right now is where we would normally plug our email and our Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff and our website. I'm not going to do that, though. Why? Why, JJ? That's so weird. Why?
Uh-oh.
Because it's boring the way we've been doing it.
Uh-oh.
So I have a new idea.
I don't know about this.
I asked you guys both to bring your tablets today.
Tablets brought in.
And I want the listeners to know that nobody has any idea about any of this except for Matt, who I just had to tell somebody, so I told him about it.
Oh my goodness.
Mark, I just sent you an email.
Okay.
Brian, I just sent you an email.
Okay.
You guys can go ahead and take a look at those.
I'm looking at it. You sent me Best Buy credit card account info.
I did not.
No.
Don't read it out loud or anything like that. What's going to happen is, throughout the show, I'm basically just going to, out of nowhere, just be like, shameless plug, Mark, or shameless plug, Brian. You're going to have to rattle off from memory all of our
Oh my
sites,
god, I already can't do it.
all of our sites, and you'll have 15 seconds to do so. If you mess up, if I see you looking and cheating,
That's not cheating.
or if you... yeah, it is. It has to be from memory. It has to be from memory. If you mess up, or I see you looking at your tablet or a piece of paper or anything to look for cheating, you're going to have to read what I just sent you.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
You got to read it on the air. Did you read it already?
The whole thing, or
Nope.
just one of the
Oh,
single...
the whole thing. It's not that long. I'll give you guys a second to let that sink in.
Oh my god! No, I'm not reading that
You're gonna
last
have to.
line.
You're gonna
Nope,
have to. I'm
I can
sorry.
read everything else.
Well, then you better not mess it up.
I guarantee that I will every time.
Yes.
I can tell you right now. I mean, obviously, it would get old after like 2 or 3 episodes, so it won't be something we do like forever. I might change it up eventually, but I figure.
Man,
So,
the
you
only
know-
thing I know is our Twitter account.
Oh, this is gonna be great. So, did you read yours too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Great.
I'm going to even sing it in a rap type type passion.
Oh, do I have to sing it?
No,
Like,
you don't
harmonized.
have to sing it. You just.
Oh, I'm going to sing it.
You can. 2 seconds ago, he's like, "I'm not saying that."
I'm not
last
saying
line."
that last line.
Well, I'm not
but
saying
I
that
will
last
sing
line.
it.
I'm going to whisper that last line.
All right, so yeah, it could pop up at any moment. So,
So,
whenever I say,
I mean, let me just understand how it's going to work. So you'll say, like, Brian, plug. Will you tell us
I
what
will
we're going
say,
to plug?
shameless plug, Brian. You
Okay.
have to say our email address, our website, our Facebook, our Twitter,
Hey,
and our
all
blog.
Of, all
Can you,
of them.
You
can
have
you
to rattle them all off, and you have 15 seconds to do so.
Okay.
Can you increase the font size on that screen over there?
No, not at all. Not even remotely.
Just get used to the song. We're going to
Yeah,
be singing
just
it a
covered
lot.
it up. That's right.
Hey.
Like I said, if I catch you cheating, you're going to be reading that thing. So I fully expect you both to read it this episode. So let's not kid ourselves here.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, why don't we head on over to Brian with news?
All right, guys. Let me
This is
pull
what
it
I
up.
like to hear, Brian.
Give me 1 second here. I got to pull it up on
Man,
my old
I've already got
tablet.
it pulled up on mine.
Well, here's the thing.
It's that Windows tablet.
yeah.
You know how it is.
All right, we got some news. Okay, let's talk about something while it's loading. Oh, it's up. Okay, here we go. All right, this first news article will be right up Mark's Diagon Alley. Yes, I plugged a little Harry Potter.
That's right. What?
Um,
Oh.
Okay, Divinity Original Sin sells over 160,000 copies. Already developer Larian's fastest-selling title. So people are buying in. Divinity Original Sin, a kick-started classic turn-based RPG, is developer Larian Studios' fastest-selling title.
What happened there?
Wow. Sorry.
Hey, Mark.
In an interview with Eurogamer, Larian boss Sven Vinke shared some of the game's success. He said, "We're very happy, and to be honest, we didn't expect it. We thought it was going to. We didn't think it was going to do this well, but we thought it was going to do fine." Mark, do you agree?
I agree. I actually know an additional tidbit.
Oh, please share.
This game, the entire week following the Steam sale, was the top-selling game on Steam.
Wow.
That's crazy, especially at $40.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Moving right along, Final Fantasy creator reveals his latest game, Terra Battle. Is this a battle with Terra from Final Fantasy VI? No, it's not.
No.
A new RPG that might come to home consoles. Now, this was already planned for mobile,
Oh, no.
but they're thinking about porting it to home consoles.
There's one phrase that sticks out to me on this.
Hironobu Sakaguchi's game studio Mistwalker filed a trademark for something called Terra Battle last week, presumed to be the next project from the Final Fantasy creator. Turns out it was right, as Japanese game magazine Famitsu unveils details on the title. Terra Battle is revealed to be a free-to-play RPG.
Yep. Free-to-play
hold on.
RPG slated for smartphones.
Correct. Although it's only confirmed for mobile, they are also exploring the possibility of bringing the game to home consoles.
So you'll be able to play it on your Ouya, is what they're saying.
Hey!
I guess this little article just kind of brings it to home that guys, our generation is over as far as gaming.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
either.
it's we're in the twilight.
We're gonna have to turn more to Kickstarters.
When we see Call of Duty and Halo on smartphones, and that's what people are preferring, that's when I'll know it's over.
Okay, well, yeah, but those two games are what people are preferring. So, I mean, if you think about it.
Well, yeah, on smartphones though.
No, I'm just
what I
saying.
mean.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you're right. Moving on. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire players are going to get their own secret bases. Now, I read about this on this article. I'm going to only kind of bullet point this, but it's a social feature, and it looks actually really cool. You'll get to basically get your own little, you know how you have the on the 3DS they have the Street Pass or whatever. You'll have your own little basically house that you can kind of meet other players in. I assume to trade Pokemon.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of looking forward after playing X and Y. Kind of looking forward to giving Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire a good run.
It's like make your own dungeons. It sounds like
it's yeah. You can kind of
Sounds pretty
adventure
cool.
with your friends. I mean, they're really pushing that social aspect more than ever. I thought that was a really cool little tidbit about it because I do plan on purchasing a little Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. I'll have to figure out which one. Final.
Stop. Shameless plug. Let's see. Who should go first? Look at Mark Spacey.
I'll volunteer.
All right. You know what? Let Brian go first.
All right. You can email us at thefrozennorth@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is FNPodcast, at FNPodcast, obviously. You can go to our Facebook page, which is The Frozen North. Facebook.
I don't know if I'd allow that.
He's already messed up on the email, so it's okay.
Okay. So, and then you can come tweet at us. I already said that. Tweet
man,
at
this
my
is
dog.
great.
What else is there? We've
blog?
got our blog spot at the Frozen North at blogspot.com.
What are you looking at?
Nope.
And
Are you looking at your tablet?
no, I'm not. I'm freehanding it. And then we've got I think we've got like a
If he was looking at something, he's doing a really bad job of reading it. So
we've got an Instagram account called
That's not even
Effin'
close.
Pictures. I'm kidding about that
Nope.
last one. Don't go
That's
to
coming.
don't go to
I'm-
Effin' Pictures, please. Don't go
I'm
to
making
that.
it. I'm making it.
all right. So Frozen North Podcast at gmail.com.
What did I say?
You said Frozen North at gmail.com.
I forgot podcast.
FNgaming.net is the website.
What did you say?
.com.
Oh my god!
Facebook.com/The Frozen North. At FN Podcast. FrozenNorthPodcast.blogspot.com.
Blogspot.com. Gotcha.
So why don't you go ahead and read what you need to read now?
My game in life is crazy. My bad choices. Restart. My game in life.
Is there a punishment?
How about
for
from
him?
the beginning?
Okay, my game in life is crazy. My choices might be bad, but that's because I play games like Stanley Parable and Octodad. My main game, though, is Mass Effect. I've made no secret of it, but I've never really told you the real reason why I love it. I'm ready to reveal my secret to every country, state, and region. I can't hide my feelings anymore. I've got a huge man crush on Legion.
Oh! Yes. Yes.
That was bad.
That was yeah, because the way you read it,
Yeah.
he was rapping.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was
think-
rap.
That was something.
Well, with a C on the front.
Yeah.
I
agree with
got that. Mark was like looking at the ceiling.
With the C, carry the R.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
that was fun.
That was scary.
That was fun.
Oh my goodness.
I want more raps like that. I think you need
Yours is coming later on. Mark's is going to hurt him to say. I'll tell you right now.
I know.
How do you know?
What do you mean?
How do you know it's going to hurt him?
I thought you were
He doesn't
talking
even
about. I thought you were talking about the having to rattle off the things in 15 seconds.
Oh, well, that'll hurt too. But
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what because
Gotcha.
he'll. Come on, it's Mark. He'll screw it up.
What if he doesn't and he blacks out like in where Will Ferrell in that one movie, Old School,
Oh.
where he rattles off this entire beautiful poetry and then he goes, what? I blacked out. And and we're like, oh my god, he did it.
That would be pretty impressive,
Yeah.
actually. If you do
We'll
that.
see.
We'll see.
I'm probably gonna.
If you do that, I'll buy
That's
you a
gonna
game.
be bad. Oh.
If you black out and recite the whole thing. Exactly.
What if I don't black out?
If you recite the thing without saying it, I will buy you a game. Yes. But I get to decide which one.
No. Oh. Now it's in my interest to mess it up.
All right, moving on in news. Final Fantasy Explorers to feature advanced tactical maneuvers. This was really interesting. The way it's going to work is, so the games, in most Final Fantasy games, what happens, you walk around, and then, boom, you're in a random encounter, which I hate. In this game, what am I trying to say here? The world is kind of, you go into a battle, and then there's a bunch of, like, geographical and, obstacles, right, that you can use, and they're actually called tactical maneuvers in that game. Really intriguing. So, like, if there's like a wall, you can use that, a mountain, what have you. But it's like organic the way it happens. You
always wanted to use a mountain in battle.
Well, yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
You chop it on
well,
one
you kind
side.
of do in
chop it on the other side.
some of the
pick
summons
it up,
in FF6, 7,
and you throw it. Yeah, I like that because I hate random encounters where it kind of takes me out of the experience. Where it's like, oh, now I'm doing this. Where it's just kind of like, boom, you're running around a world.
Who's the director of this game?
The director of Final Fantasy Explorers?
That's right.
Let me read my bullet points here.
Atsushi Hashimoto.
I was hoping to hear Brian say it.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Because he wants to...
Well, we have Final Fantasy Explorers director Atsushi Hashimoto and project manager Takahiro Abe.
Abe.
No, it's Abe.
Nope.
Apparently in this game you get to do some monster recruiting, which is also cool. So, yeah, it'll be pretty cool. My big news of the week is Grim Fandango is getting a remaster. Oh my goodness. If you like point and click adventure games, a la Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion, Monkey Island, Walking Dead,
yes.
Grim Fandango is one of the classics. It's being revealed for the
It's made by Schafer, right?
Yeah, yep, David Schafer. In his studio, they are going to be remastering it.
It's not David Schafer.
David Schafer.
It's Tim Schafer.
Tim Schafer,
maybe?
sorry.
No, I'm sure Dave's his distant brother or his cousin or something.
Double Fine Studios is the one. I mean,
I'll just throw out a first name. Hope it's right.
Yeah, David.
I know Tim Schafer.
know.
He made Brutal Legend. I know. I just mispronounced his name.
Spelled Tim with a D-A-V-I-D.
I mispronounced his name. You know how it goes. Anywho,
What is happening?
Move along.
moving right along. PlayStation 4 is getting it. PS Vita. I'm sure the PC will get it. Play this game. It is hilarious. And it's very Tim Schafer type. Like you'll recognize it right away. He did he did games like Psychonauts, Brutal Legend,
Broken Age,
the new Broken Age game. So I mean, take a look, guys, and check it out.
Wait, was Broken Age done by? Was it David or was it Tim?
Well, his it's I mispronounced Tim. It's him and David, very similar.
Oh, you're very similar. Okay, you win.
Okay, now this next article, I do have to, when I get done reading it, I'll have to explain something. This is called Superhero Generation, announced for the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita. What it is it's bringing together, it's a mashup of Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Gundam. Now, at the end of the article, it does only announce its yen price, which leads me to believe that right now it's being released in Japan, but we can only hope it's going to come over to United States pretty soon.
What's the yen price?
A yen price is like a couple like 1,000, 1,100.
No, I doubt that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it is.
Hold on,
Do you know the conversion rate?
I don't actually. I really don't. The special edition is going to be 10,000 yen, while the game is going
It's
to
a
be
lot more than 1,000.
It's going to be 7,000 yen. So, but I don't know if it's been announced for the United States. But this game, if it does come to the United States, I'll be getting any game with Gundam. Gundam is one of my favorite anime series, and they're mashing up two other series that I'm not as familiar with. But would like to see that happen. Absolutely. So that is your news, guys.
All right. And just an FYI, we started posting links on our website. So go to fngaming.net and you will see the links that Mark posted underneath the.
Oh, and Tim
Yep,
Schafer, if you're listening, I do apologize. I love all your games. I didn't mean to call you David.
Oh, sure. Just apologize to Tim. Jeez, Dave's the ones that you messed up his name.
David, I don't know who you are.
Unbelievable.
If you're the brother of Tim, I'm sure you can also make pretty good games.
That's Brian.
That's Brian.
Yo. Oh wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah, that's Red Robin's.
I also wanted to bring up really quick that we are going to be doing another contest as soon as we hit 100 Twitter followers. We're at what, like 75, 74?
It's floating around 75, 76 right now.
Okay.
It's been going between the
So
two.
get us 25 more, and we'll be doing another contest. We already know what we're going to do. It's going to be
It's cruel.
interesting. Mark thinks it's cruel. I think it's funny.
I hope you guys pick something that, yeah.
Can't tell you anything. Can't tell you anything.
I didn't say anything. What did I say?
Unbelievable.
What did I say?
Unacceptable.
This guy.
I think
Man.
David Schafer needs to write Brian some hate mail.
Yeah, no joke.
All right. Sorry, David.
Send us some hate mail, Dave. I think somebody needs to write Brian
If David
some hate mail.
Schafer writes Brian hate mail, I'll make him a moderator on the forum.
What's really funny is I don't even know a David Schafer.
We don't either.
I used to know an Ed Schafer.
He has to prove it, though.
But
He has
I
to,
don't
like,
know I don't know what
scan
David.
his birth certificate to prove
Yeah,
it.
no
It's
joke.
not just someone emailing me.
We should have a contest where all you have to do is send Brian hate mail, and that's how you win.
I think that's a good
I
idea.
think at this point, we're 36 episodes in. We've been recording for over a year. I think the verdict's out. Everybody loves Brian.
You say that every episode.
See, we haven't gotten any Brian love mail either.
Everybody's
You know,
meh Brian.
That might have been true until you besmirched David Schafer's name.
Yeah, no joke.
David, send me some hate mail, man.
What is,
I need
What
something.
is Dave gonna think? Man.
I'm very meh. I found out. Meh. Hey Brian, it's meh.
Why don't we get into a top 5?
We can.
How's that? How's that for an idea?
I don't know about this.
We're doing our top 5 non-RPGs. That's right, non-role playing games. This list was really tough to do for me.
Yeah, I figured this would be JJ's crux right here.
So, I mean, I love all the games on here. Don't get me wrong, but it was not easy. I'm gonna start today.
Woo. Okay.
My number 5 non-RPG is an entire series of games.
Yeah, we have those.
The Twisted Metal series.
Oh snap! Which is really funny that you put that on there because it's so not a story based game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is, but it's like it's one of those.
I guess it does have a story.
Well, hold on. It would be on par with like a Call of Duty, which he hates, which is kind of like just a tacked on like.
Yeah.
I'd say it has
depends.
less plot than a Call of Duty.
It
That's
depends.
exactly right.
I mean, it's just. I would compare it to like a Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
or
yes.
something.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
a good
got
one.
little tiny cutscenes in between each battle and that
Right.
kind of thing. Honestly, it was just enough for me to want to actually try and play through all of them. They were so hard that it was,
Yeah.
impossible to beat it without cheating. But I mean, Twisted Metal 2 was the reason I bought a PlayStation when it first came out. I would play with Matt and his brother Stu like all the time. They had it, and I was like, I have to get this system just for this game. It's awesome. And I mean, you're right. From a story standpoint, it's nothing
No, but
solid or
it's an
spectacular.
incredibly fun game.
But it's just, I mean, it literally is just cars just beating the crap out of each other, running into things, blowing stuff up,
Oh, yeah.
and you're just trying to be the last man standing, basically.
Sweet tooth,
It's
man.
just a big old battle royale, and I love it. So
Was the guy Atlas the guy with the wheels?
Axel,
Axel.
I did always enjoy the cutscenes at the end of the game where the characters get their wishes and it's
Yeah.
never what they want.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
always something. But they kind of messed that up with the PlayStation 3 release.
Twisted
where,
Metal Black?
Like they take it back to the... What was the guy's name that's always messing with them?
I know who you're talking about.
He's the one that grants their wishes, and in that one they
Yeah.
like take it back to him and defeat him, which I
I
felt
can't think of his name.
kind of spoiled the...
If you beat it with Minion, like Twisted Metal 2 with Minion,
Yeah.
he doesn't need a wish. He essentially, I think he was the boss in the first one. Am I right? Yeah. And he's like, I'm taking this back, and he basically kills the dude at the end there. It's cool.
Yep.
So that's my number 5, Twisted Metal series. Who wants to go next?
My number 5. This is Brian talking, by the way. Just in case you didn't know.
It's David.
My
Sorry.
number
I thought
5
it was Dave, yeah.
is the entire series of the Assassin's Creed series. Yeah, there are some bad games in that series, but overall,
So we'll just include the bad ones
Well,
with the good ones.
and let me explain to you why. I have several series on my list, but if you were to ask me to pick my 5 favorite games, non-RPG wise, I would have several games from one series on the list, and I would feel like that would be unfair. It would be really boring. So I just went ahead and obviously in the Assassin's Creed series, my favorite game is probably Revelations. Brotherhood, a close second, but the whole series overall, oh man, so story rich, and I love the story too. Anytime you can incorporate the kind of story they do in an old time setting, it's pretty sweet.
There you go.
Yep.
Mark.
My number 5
Your top
is
5?
my top 5 is Halo. Halo 1.
Gotcha.
Not the other Halos. I like the other Halos, but I totally understand people who don't.
Because they're all the same?
Because
They're all the same.
no.
All the same.
Here's what I'll say. Halo 1 is all about crashing down on this alien planet, not knowing anything about what's going on. You're just dropped in. You don't know what's going on. Your ship's being attacked.
Excuse me, Mark, but I'm Poindexter, and I will point out that you do not crash down on an alien planet. You are on
Sorry,
an alien facility.
An alien construct.
Correct.
My apologize.
Wow.
My apologies.
My
That was our
Please subscribe.
that was our fact checker Poindexter, by the way. He
I
makes an appearance
apologize.
every now and then.
Wow.
I would like to express my
Here's how I
apologies
feel.
to David.
Here's how I feel. Halo is like Star Wars Episode 4. It's pure. It's its own experience. You don't know anything, so you're discovering everything for the first time, and that's amazing. And the rest of them are kind of like the prequels, where they're cool, but they're also kind of played out and a little bit boring.
A Halo ODST is like Return of the Jedi, though. No, actually, I'd say more like Empire Strikes Back.
I'll just let you have that. I don't necessarily agree, but
Sure.
we'll go with that. That's my number 5.
I like the first one. I had a good time when I first bought it. I bought it on PC rather than Xbox when I first got it, because I got Halo 2 afterwards. Because I was living in a house with 3 other guys, and we all had our Xboxes hooked up to TVs in the basement, and that was all we did was LAN Halo 2. And I don't know. I mean, I had a good time with it, but I mean that's my biggest beef with it is they just do not change enough from one game to the next. I don't follow the story very well, so if that is the case and the story is what drives it, awesome. I have yet to experience that really, probably just because I didn't pay attention, but I have beaten them. But just the battles doesn't really feel different from game to game. Maybe
I
they
could see
add
that.
new vehicles or something like that, but I don't know. I'm not a big. I think it's because I played so much Counter-Strike for years. I hate the idea of being able to hide, recharge your shields, and then run back out and do whatever you want again. I think I have that idea of the last man standing. You go in rounds,
Sure.
and just whoever survives wins, and that's that. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
You're
I can
more
see
of a
that,
first-person
especially
shooter
for-
purist. You're the guy who plays Call of Duty on hardcore rather than on...
I'm terrible at Call of Duty.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're the kind of guy who's like, hey, and there's a hardcore mode in Call of Duty. I used to play Call of Duty 4 where it's single-shot kill, no map, no anything. It's like truly...
That was
like,
fun.
Yeah, that was how I played it.
It was great to get the heavy machine gun and just shoot through
Or-
walls and cross your fingers.
Or have a ghillie suit and no one can find you because there's no stupid map.
True enough.
Yep.
All right, moving along. My number 4, StarCraft 2.
Blizzard title. Love
I mean,
it.
I
you
wrote
guys know I
down
love this game.
Sitar Craft too.
That's nice. That's your spelling and Brian's communication skills would go well together. I mean, you guys, every time you come over to record, you see that's pretty much what I'm playing, waiting for you guys to show up and stuff. I love this game so much. I mean, I'm a big fan of RTS as it is. I've never really gotten into the Command and Conquer games, but StarCraft, I think, also because of its story, is just awesome.
It's got phenomenal writing.
I've never really been disappointed. I loved StarCraft 1 when it was out, and I love StarCraft 2. I like playing online. I like what they do with, being able to play with other people as well as against them. And, I mean, shoot, we've landed before, you and I, and
we've
a couple
had
other
StarCraft,
friends,
yeah.
for 12, 13 hours
Yep.
straight, and we didn't even notice. Because it's just such a great time. So StarCraft 2, that's my number 4.
Yeah, it's high on my list. It didn't make my top 5, but it's definitely...
Solid pick, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
My number 4 is Batman: The Arkham Series. My favorite being Arkham Origins of the 3. But man, this whole series, when you first play Arkham Asylum, and you're seeing like what they can do with the Batman universe, the combat is so visceral. You actually feel like Batman. Like, it's the first time I've played a superhero game where I really truly felt like that's how the superhero should be played. Like, don't get me wrong. Superman 64 is a classically good game that made you feel like Superman. I'm kidding.
Is it, though?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, when you first played, and then it just got better. Every game in succession got better. I know Rocksteady didn't make Arkham Origins. But that game was the best by far. Not by far. I'd say Arkham City and Arkham Origins are pretty close. But man, just seeing all the villains' cameos come in, I am so excited for Arkham Knight that it's like Guido.
Guido indeed.
The story in them is phenomenal. Every single one has a beautiful story. I like the upgrade system, combat. Obviously, the characters, the boss fights, just good. Number 4, Batman Arkham series.
All right, Mark, why don't you hit us up with a shameless plug?
Email us at frozennorthpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at ifnpodcast. Go to our website fngaming.net, and go to our blog, Frozen North Podcast at blogspot.com, and also go to Facebook, facebook.com/Frozen North Podcast.
Boom.
I thought you had it. You messed up the Facebook page, though. I was impressed. Wow. You messed up the Facebook page.
What is it?
Facebook.com/The Frozen North. You
You
had
were
everything
so
else,
close.
though. You nailed it,
You're
too.
so
and you were
close.
looking at me dead in the eyes like, I got this, I got this, I
Yep.
got this. Man, I was impressed. Nope, you got to read it, Chief.
My name
And don't
is
don't
Mark.
skimp on that last line either.
I can't say enough when I say howdy y'all.
Oh my God.
It's because hello is too tough. Suikoden is my favorite. Without it, I might die. But it could be even better. And here's the reason why. You'll be shocked to hear it. But I must say it as such. Because Brian was right when he said 108 is too much.
Yes. Oh,
He's in pain
He's
right
in
now.
pain right now.
That'll teach you to mess up our Facebook page.
Oh.
Look at him shaking.
Oh.
Look, it's not too much.
Oh. Someone sent me Dead Island Epidemic as a gift on Steam. I just noticed.
Oh, well, that's good.
Oh, that was a good one.
I was impressed, though. You actually ran through all of them. I was like, oh, man, he's not going to have to do it.
Stupid Facebook.
Crazy. And then you were like, facebook.com/The Frozen North Podcast. Like, what? No. How do you remember? I figured the blog.
Brian got everything wrong.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, he even got Tim Schafer's name wrong.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty much just, when he asked me to do a shameless plug, I'm just going to start reading my song pretty much. I like my song, though. It's classic.
I'm impressed.
I'm in pain.
Oh, boy. All right. Why don't you talk about your number 4?
My top 4 is Beyond Good and Evil. I'm trying to compose myself right now. Let me tell you, Beyond Good and Evil, it's like a Zelda Light, sort of, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Brian
I think we determined it was
Brian
Zelda
was going to try
Streamline.
and Brian was trying to do a little gotcha.
Is
Say,
there a level up-
well, do you
is-
consider Zelda an RPG?
Is there a level up system in Brown Good and Evil? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
It's just, increasing your health by getting your
No,
little...
health
it's a
orbs.
typical David Schafer title. So,
Good.
It's just it's a classic action adventure game with an incredible plot, great
music.
cast of characters, and some of the best music
Yeah.
I've heard in a game. And it kills me that there's not a sequel. We've been waiting longer for this sequel than we have for Half-Life 3.
Right.
So keeping that one short and sweet.
Yep.
Beyond
No,
Good and Evil.
definitely. I can completely concurring with Mark.
I can completely concur.
It's probably in my top 10, but it just didn't quite make my top 5.
I'm agreeing with you
Yeah.
because I agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
The
there's
reason
that.
I'm agreeing
I
is because I
appreciate
agree.
it.
All right, number 3. My number 3 is the Grand Theft Auto series.
Nice.
Honestly,
Does this include 1 and 2, or have you not played them?
I honestly haven't played 1 or 2. But I really, really just, not even from a game. I mean, they're fun because you get to just steal cars and do everything that you wouldn't do in real life, and just kind of just live out all these ridiculous things that you'd want to do, just in a video game. But honestly, the stories really, really do intrigue me throughout them. They're all been
well
pretty
written.
solid. Absolutely. Yeah, and I really, really think they did a good job with the new one. I'm not a huge fan of transferring, viewpoints between characters, but at the same time, each one of those characters did have a unique story. Trevor was weird and way out there, but I really, really liked his addition to the whole plot. But I think that, especially from a story standpoint, it doesn't get enough attention in that regard. It's more, the Grand Theft Auto part that gets the most attention,
Right.
which is fine. It makes it popular, but I think there's a lot more there than people.
There's substance that people don't see sometimes.
Correct. So, yep, that's my number 3, the Grand Theft Auto series.
Nice. My number 3 is the Halo series, with ODST being the front runner on that. Halo 3 and Reach being 2, tied basically. 1's actually lower on my list.
That's foolish.
I don't get me wrong. I played 1 more than any of the other ones, but as far as story goes, I thought 1 had the weaker story. Still good because the Halo story is fantastic, but yeah, the Halo series. I'm a sci-fi nut nerd.
What does ODST stand for? Just out of curiosity.
Orbital Drop Shock Trooper.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
One of my favorite scenes at the beginning of that game is you're in you are an orbital drop shock trooper, as the name would suggest, and you actually drop out into, is it, I cannot remember the name of the African city that you oh my god,
New Mombasa.
New Mombasa. You're on a ship up in orbit, and they shoot you down. And that scene when you're crashing down into the city, and all the lights are off, it's completely Covenant overrun. So there's no power, and you're flying down in these drop pods, and that first scene, you're just like, oh, this game's gonna be good, and it really was.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So that's why that series is on there. I have not played Halo 4 yet. I actually just recently sold it.
You're gonna love it and hate it when you play it.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Just sold all my Halo Master Chief Halo games to GameStop in preparation for the Master Chief collection.
That makes sense.
So, I can't wait to get my hands on 4. But I love the whole series as a whole, with the ODST being number 1. So,
you like it again for different reasons than most people do. It's not for the multiplayer.
no, it's literally.
No,
for
I'm
the
with
single player.
I'm with
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't ever play them.
the multiplayer's all right to mess
Yeah.
around with for a couple of nights if you have a bunch of friends over.
And I think that's what rubs me the wrong way about it so much, is that's literally like all I've done with it. I haven't sat down and paid attention to the story and stuff, because
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I rag on it, I keep hearing nothing but great things about
It's
what
a phenomenal
what
sci-fi
good
well,
story
and
it is.
even if you do play through the plot, there's like the surface story, and then there's the
There's the
lore,
sub-story.
and the lore isn't like just given to you.
No, it's got a very similar flavor to Mass Effect, in the way that there's that ancient race that we're trying to study. We don't
Yeah.
really know, what kind of effect they've had on the universe, but yeah, it's a good story. I mean, that's why I like the Halo games, because I'm a sci-fi nerd and I love sci-fi stories. So,
Very cool.
yep.
My number 3 is Dishonored. The only 2 complaints I've ever heard levied towards this game are that it's too short,
Yep. That's my
and
complaint.
that the ending is anticlimactic.
Do you want to know, just real quick interruption, do you want to know why I think too short is always a compliment to a game? Because it's so good. You never play a game that's terrible and you're
That's
like,
true.
that was way too short.
That's true.
Because honestly,
Stanley Parable.
yeah.
That game's pretty short,
Yeah.
And it's pretty terrible.
but I never heard JJ say it was
Exactly.
too short.
So whenever somebody says to me that, "Oh man, that game was way too short," it's because they wanted so much more of it, and
Yeah.
I that's my complaint. Like, man, as soon as you get into it, it's like over. You're like, oh.
I'll tell you what, though, for me, it wasn't a short game at all.
because you did all the stuff.
Because I wanted to get through all of the missions without getting detected by any of the guards, so I was saving it. I was trying to go up. If I saw someone notice me, reload the save and restart, redo it again.
It was a fun
So
game.
my perfectionist. I'm not usually a perfectionist in games, but for some reason it was really fun to try and do everything just right in this game to get through it. The plot was interesting. It was a really cool setting. It was actually, the setting was designed by the lead artist behind City 17, the Half-Life 2 setting.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really good game, and I didn't think that the ending was anticlimactic for me, but that's just because of how I was playing, I guess, because I never had any like big grand scenes of combat. Everything
Right.
I did was dropping down on one enemy at a time and taking them out. So the ending felt right to me. But I guess if you were playing a more action-oriented approach, it might have been kind of anticlimactic.
How long did it take you to beat, just out of curiosity? About
Oh.
just roundabout guess.
Probably 30 hours.
And what is it for most people?
About 8 to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like
It
insult
took-
you or anything like that. I'm just.
It took me
that's-
about
wow.
10.
I didn't think it was that short. And did you like it as well?
I loved it. I did like Mark. I wasn't as perfectionist as he was, but I wanted to go by and stealth it. But if I got caught, I'd just slaughter everybody and move on. But yeah, it's a very good game. I think it's underrated. In fact,
Yeah, oh,
Interesting.
definitely.
I have it. I just haven't gone and played it yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving on. Number 2. My number 2 is Far Cry 3. I had never played a Far Cry game before this one, and man, I absolutely adored it. The story was great. The gameplay was phenomenal. Just literally having this open world to go and take over these bases and try to reclaim towers and, open up different parts of the map, being able to hang glide over and see everything from the top down. I mean, it's just beautiful and incredible and just a great, great game. And I couldn't be more excited for the fourth one to come out.
Yeah.
Especially being able to play with your friends when they don't have the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just like, hey, I got the game. Come on in my game.
You should get a PS4, Mark.
Eventually.
Mark, I'm still debating on PS4 versus Xbox One to get first.
Oh, you change your mind every week.
I do. Hence the word debating.
So debating. So that's my number 2, Far Cry
Classic.
3.
Yeah.
And
Now,
it's,
you said you're not going to get the PC version of Far Cry 4? You're going to get the PS4 version?
I think I'm going to get the PS4 version.
I'm getting the PC version.
There we go, Brian. That's what I'm talking about.
I always prefer games that come out multi-platform to get them on PC. It's just
Can
how
I
am.
play it with you if you only own it on PC, though?
I'm sure it will work the same way. I don't know why I wouldn't.
It hasn't in the past.
Yeah, I don't think that's the
If you're
case,
using
dude.
the past
Really?
as a...
But how are they going to... what's going to be the difference?
I mean, have you ever been able to play PC version of a game with your PS3 friends?
Have you ever been able to play... But he's talking about online.
Yeah, online.
So what's the difference between linking up on a PS4, going into his game that he owns, then linking up on another computer and coming into the game that I'm playing already?
I don't know. They haven't announced anything
Right.
like that. They've only said it for
Just
PS4.
that
True.
typically isn't something that
No,
you can
it's
do.
not. But it's also not typically for consoles either. Like, if you think about it,
That's true.
So I think they're going to do it the same. I think it's just going to be, the same.
All right, I'm skeptical.
Well, you know what? If it is the same,
I'll say
then
this.
it's okay, because then I'd be able to play it with you on the
absolutely.
computer. You'd be able to play with me on PS4.
Yep.
I'll
Boom.
expect Sony to do it before Microsoft. I'll just say that.
That is true. 100%. Microsoft wants you to play against each other, not with each other.
Yep.
Right.
Which honestly isn't that bad of a thing either. But they just don't like sharing.
It's not caring.
No comment.
Anyway, so that's my number 2, Far Cry 3.
Solid.
Great game. Mark!
Are you sure?
Or wait, was it Brian
It's
next?
me.
Brian's next. Sorry.
My number 2 is...
Mark, it's Brian's turn.
Mark, it's Brian's turn. BioShock Infinite
Yes.
is my number 2. I'm actually going to be playing as soon as I'm done with Final Fantasy VI. I'm going to be playing the DLC for BioShock Infinite. I've been really wanting to do that for a while.
Pick that up on the sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Me
That's
too.
one of the only things I got that in Octodad.
JJ's making a face.
Anyway, BioShock Infinite, one of the only games that ever give me actual real life major goosebumps at the end when I was like, oh, and made me think. Just sat there. I just remember staring blankly off into the credits, thinking trying to cycle my game,
You're piecing it together.
piecing everything together, and then when it comes together and it makes that line, you're like, oh, and you have that revelation, and you're just like,
Yeah.
holy crap!
It was pretty incredible.
When you and
you're just sitting there and you're like, wait, so that, and you're just working your way all the way back to
Yep.
the very beginning of the game, and you realize it was all there.
Yep, and then of course this is one of the only games I ever went to all kinds of fan discussions of the game, and I
Yeah.
learned a few extra tidbits about how death works in the game and what it meant, and the hash marks on the Lutece twins, what that was representing, and I was just like, Ken Levine,
David Levine.
David Levine. Everyone now,
I knew it was coming.
every developer's now David and then their last name. No, but Ken Levine, you clever bastard, is basically what I was thinking when I got done with everything. So, yeah, BioShock Infinite.
Very cool. Mark, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Half-Life 2. I'm ashamed of you, Brian.
It's in my top 10.
Man, oh my god. If I hadn't played it when it first came out, it might not be on my top 5 list, to be honest. Because games have come so far in the last 8 years. 10 years? Wow.
Yeah, it's been 10.
Man. But this game, it's coming out about the same time that Halo 2 came out.
It hath come out about the same time that Halo 2 doth
Think about
cometh
that.
out.
How many Halo sequels have there been, and how many Half-Life sequels
Yeah,
have
it's
there been? Right?
disappointing.
Yeah.
But you're coming into this game, and it's so not like other FPSs at the time. You walk into this train station, and a guard knocks a can down on the ground and tells you to pick it up and put it in the trash can. And if you don't do it, he comes at you with his stun baton or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You walk out into the city. There's these flying drones that take pictures of you.
And then you got to look at the
And there's
Citadel.
there's a screen with some guy talking propaganda down at you. And there were not games like that.
No, do you
at
remember
the
that?
time.
Remember that feeling when you walk out into the courtyard and you see the giant Citadel? You're like, that's not human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a fifth Halo coming out, right?
Yes.
And there's 2 Half-Life games?
Technically, you can call Episode 1 and Episode 2 a single game because they're very short. So in the
So
time,
5 minus 2
well, are you counting Half-Life
is
2 as one?
3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Bam. Good
We did
call.
it. We did it.
Did it, guys.
We did it.
David Newell is going to be releasing.
Yes.
David Newell's going to be releasing his new Half-Life game soon.
Oh,
You know, I
boy.
mean, people know if you don't know why Half-Life's good, you're not
You're probably
interested.
me.
You're never going to play. So
You're probably me.
yeah, there you have it.
I will one day play it. Sure.
I would argue, Mark, that as Half-Life 1 shaped the way first-person shooters were molded, Half-Life 2 did the same thing.
Definitely.
Half-Life 2, any first-person shooter is borrowing from Half-Life 2, I basically think at this
I would
point.
agree with that. I mean, I would say Halo also.
Oh,
As much as I hate to say that a console game shaped,
No, definitely, you're right. You know,
but it did.
Halo made a huge impact when it came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
it made
Can't
a
deny
splash.
that.
It made a splash.
Okay. Brian, you and I have the same number 1.
We do have the same number 1, and the fact that it's not on Mark's list,
He was saying before he didn't even like the first third of the game.
Yep.
Right?
he's
That's
just
my
He's
reaction.
just a hipster.
Exactly.
Oh, it's definitely on my top 10.
Okay, I'll accept
Which means number 10.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you want to say something? You want me to say something?
Well, okay. You say the first. Well, we'll go. Bam, 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 bam for the game. It's 4 letters.
The game is The
Last
of
Us.
That's it.
yes.
Heyo.
Boom.
The Last of Us.
That's
what
good.
a
That's good. That's good
That
podcasting.
was
right there.
cute.
what a
That was cute.
fantastic game.
I will tell you this also, JJ. I also sold The Last of Us game when I sold the Halo games because
Because you're getting the remastered one.
boom.
Yep.
Yep.
Very cool. The remastered one comes with the DLC, right? I think so. Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Man, it is such an experience to play that game. I mean, I mean, the story is awesome. Honestly, I really just like the ending, but just the way it looks, the environments, the atmosphere,
The giraffe scene.
it really,
I forgot about that.
They gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
it really is just a spectacular game. There's no other way to say it.
it. They do something in The Last of Us that so many games try to do is the story tone. Mark actually said it before we started recording. He said they made the world so effed up, and the story reflected it, and you felt that way the whole time. You were just like,
Yeah.
I just remember feeling like that sense of dread the entire time, like something bad's going to happen, something bad's going to happen.
They made you feel like, is it even worth trying to survive?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, even when you did find other survivors, chances are they were going to probably try to kill you, too.
It was a
Yep.
very, and that's why that giraffe scene made an impact. You're just like that moment of like
The only good thing you see in the entire game.
the moment of beauty where it's like, hey, the world's still hanging on by a thread, but it's not looking so good for humanity.
Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mark is ridiculous for
If
not
I knew the
putting it on his list.
I hate to say this, but I don't know the name of the writer of The Last of Us. He did Uncharted 2, but I'm sure his first name is David.
There you
David
have
something.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm going
David.
to laugh if it actually is.
Probably, yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Which I need to play the Uncharted games. I have them. I just haven't.
You'll
Fire 'em up
do you
yet.
like Indiana Jones?
Well, duh.
Okay, you'll just go into it like that.
I didn't like the first one.
The first one,
What?
The first one's rough.
Not the first Indiana Jones.
no, the first.
Oh, okay. I was
The
gonna
first
say,
Last of Us,
Uncharted.
they're testing new waters, so it's a raw game, but the story's still good.
There were so many enemies, and it took so many bullets to kill them.
Yeah.
This is totally like off kilter here, but like, I don't know. Do you guys watch The Big Bang Theory at all?
No.
No.
There's a line in there where one of the characters says, and it is Sheldon, the real nerd of all of them.
Right.
He's like, "There's nothing you can say about Indiana Jones that can make it bad. You know, it's great. It's an awesome movie. Blah blah blah." And she looks at him. She goes, "The very first Indiana Jones movie, the plot would have remained the exact same whether he was in the movie or not. He had nothing to do with it. He made no impact whatsoever. It's true.
He saved the girl.
If they would have gone to she
True.
wouldn't have like gotten involved.
Yeah,
If they would have gone to the very end and they would have opened it, they all would have died anyways.
that's very true.
He had no
Man.
no influence on the outcome of the plot.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Yep, there goes your childhood.
Mind equals blown.
I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, oh no, wait, dang it.
It's true.
But I like all three of them, so it really doesn't matter. Notice I said 3.
This just in, Neil Druckmann wrote The Last of Us, so David Druckmann is the Last of Us writer.
Oh, Dave. All right, so Last of Us number 1, which is what Mark's should be, but it's not.
Yeah.
But I don't mind because his number 1 is pretty solid.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Same genre, kind of.
It's kind of the same game, but not really.
They're both video games.
Yeah.
No,
They
is it
both
same,
have text
Yeah.
Same
and voice acting.
They were both created by game studios.
And what else does it have in common?
They both run credits at the end.
Visuals.
Apocalyptic.
They both have graphics.
Oh my god, you guys are frustrating.
My number 1 is The Walking Dead, the Telltale Games one, not the
Oh, it's
crappy,
not the other one.
not the horrible Dale and
I forget what that one's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it says a lot about who I am as a gamer that this is my number 1 favorite game, the non-RPG game. Because as I've said many times on this podcast, I like easy games.
Yes, you do.
And these games aren't, I mean, they are emotionally challenging, but they're not challenging games. You just choose the dialogue
It's essentially a
option
choose
that
your own
you want.
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But despite being easy in that sense, these games are incredibly challenging for your emotions. They give you these horrible decisions that you have to make. At the end of Season 1,
It's a tearjerker.
I would say it probably took me 10 minutes just to make sure I wasn't going to actually like start bawling.
Yeah, he's right.
I mean, I've watched lots of movies and played
It
lots of
was
games
tough.
where it made me tear up, but I could man up and
Yeah.
power through it in like 30 seconds. But
When,
this took
when
me.
E.T. went home, oh man, I tell you what.
Mark's actually saying I had a very similar situation when I played it. The end.
It took me 10 minutes to
Yeah.
pull myself together. And even after that, I felt like this afterglow of, wow,
Yeah.
that was something special.
Yep.
I very rarely feel like I just played a defining game, a game that defines the art form.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, I can't wait to play the second one. I just want to wait till they're all out.
It's a little bit different, but it's definitely shaping up to be
It is. It's
incredible.
happier, like you said, right?
Yeah, it's happier. It's a little more gruesome, I'll say that.
Oh man. All right, so that's our top 5 non-RPGs. Anybody else have anything at all before we wrap up?
Man, I really don't have anything.
Mark?
I'm good.
All right. Well, then with that, this is the Frozen North podcast signing off. My name is Dave.
My name is Dave.
And I'm David.
Thanks again for listening, and as always, keep on gaming.
Our theme song was made available through the Creative Commons Attribution license by Ziphoid. The song title is Radical Fanfare.